and welcome back to the internet's #1 podcast on public library recommendations and holy flypaper. This is episode 210 of the Not Funny Guys presents Off the Reels. I'm Casey, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Eric and Dr. John. How are you guys doing for this fun-filled short episode?
Hey, I'm wearing the same shirt from episode 209. Isn't that hilarious?
That's all right. No one will notice until now that you've pointed it out. We're
Yes.
recording some
Hurrah.
back-to-back episodes. So what does that mean? It means we haven't really watched anything new, and we don't really have any new news to talk about.
Really? So we can skip that part.
We're going to skip that part. I am going to mention, we were talking about it in the green room for a second, and I just want to say, because He-Man is out now, Masters of the Universe, and I am hoping and I'm thinking that He-Man stands a chance to actually do really well at the box office because of it's just fun and campy and colorful and bright. And I think it might be what audiences want to see right now, considering the world is dour. And recent polling and stats have come out that Americans feel like there's no fun left in their lives. So I'm thinking this movie could actually help do a little bit. I could be wrong, and this movie could have bombed over the weekend. But
come back for episode 211, where he tells you what he knows now that he knows.
I know, but I think this could be like the sleeper hit.
You were just playing for us the Eternia song, and the first thing that grabbed me, besides just having a brilliant bridge in the song itself, but you could hear the guitar, and it's Brian May. It's Queen, baby.
Yep.
It's like a throwback to a revived version of Flash Gordon. Let's make a new Flash Gordon. Come on.
No.
I mean, make it more comic book accurate.
No.
Why not, Casey?
Why not?
Because the TV show showed that it's a really weird world and you can't do it. That movie caught lightning in a bottle in that one moment.
All right.
I just don't think that that's a property that does as well. Also, you explain Fu Manchu in that movie. All right?
I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah. Some properties should just be left alone and not brought back. Phantom, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Phantom.
You could do Phantom.
Let's do The Shadow.
You know what Phantom I'm talking about, though, right? Not Phantom of the Opera.
No.
I'm talking about
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
The guy with the skull on his belt and the gray suit.
And the weird
Billy Zane.
Billy Zane played him.
Yeah.
No. I mean, they are doing it. They're doing it for a movie. They're doing it for a TV show. But
that's where I think it would work.
TV show's your best shot. But I think Flash Gordon has run its course and it should just be put to pasture.
I don't think it has, but
the movie's fantastically crazy camp as it is. I used to think that was Dr. Doom, by the way. The guy with the gold mask.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so since we don't have news and we don't have things that we have watched, I have seen He-Man since, but I can't tell you about it because my future self has seen it, not my current self. So I have to give you my review on Masters of the Universe next time.
Timely, wandly, weekly.
Are you guys going to see it before we're back?
I don't know if I'm going to get a chance, but I hope to.
Okay.
Because I'm going out of town, so.
Eric, what about
Masters of the Universe?
Yeah, baby.
No.
Is it not? Does this not look good to you?
I've come around to it, honestly.
It looks like a good version of it, but I don't know that it looks good just generally.
He's going to stand for the.
I'll watch it when it's streaming.
He's going
to stand for the Dolph Lundgren.
Who? Eric?
Eric is standing for Dolph Lundgren.
He is standing for Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph.
And Courtney Cox.
And Courtney, the Cox.
I stand for all Cox.
I'm looking forward to this movie. If you can't tell, I am
everything.
A huge Masters of the Universe fan. Did you know there are 3 end credit scenes? There's one like right at the top of the credits, one mid credits, and one at the end. And supposedly one of them is mind melting, and they all are important and move the story along. So,
when you say mind melting, is it literally going to melt my face off?
Well, I have a feeling the mind melting was probably Orko coming in. That's my theory. And I have a feeling one of them will also be like Hordak and She-Ra. They're dumb if they don't start to set up She-Ra right off the bat.
Okay.
That's just me. I'm looking forward to seeing my
princess. Write us at notfunnyguys.offthereels@gmail.com if Casey agree with Casey or disagree with Casey about them being stupid.
I'll just
for
be
not
happy if you
introducing.
saw the movie, quite frankly.
Yes.
I'll just be happy if you saw the movie. No,
So if you like Flash Gordon, this will be better.
this movie was made for me. Of like, if we want to say what's a movie that's made for someone, this one is made for me.
I will say the
such
Flash
a
Gordon movie though was made infinitely better by Queen. So
that soundtrack is the only good thing about that movie. Well,
no,
and
it's got some
Ted
funny
and
bits.
Ted.
You know what's funnier about it? And this is a shout out or a dig on all these
Pierce
people out
Brosnan's
there.
pretty, not Pierce Brosnan.
Yep.
Timothy Dalton's fun
No,
about it.
Timothy Dalton and Brian Blessing. It's got a decent cast. Also, the fact that it has a New York Jets quarterback who's good at his job.
Oh, see, that's where
They
it's
don't have
hard to
those.
believe the movie. It's just so hard to believe the movie.
You're so mean.
You know, Mark Bernardin on
Sorry, New
Fat
York
Man.
Jets.
Mark Bernardin on Fat Man Beyond said
He's
that
not wrong.
seeing that movie in the movie theater with his dad was the movie that made him want to be a writer. Was like it opened his mind to what fantasy could be and what writing could actually be. And
by the way, my New York Jets comment, that's a Dan Hanses shout out from Heed the Call. So have fun.
Oh God. All right. All right. All right. Hold your roll. Hold your roll. Let's get into
They don't know who that is.
What can you see this week? Well, last week you could see Masters of the Universe. What can you see this week? Well, on June 12th, you can go see Governor, the Silent Savior, starring Mark Ruffalo. I had to see what that was. Jinsai, have no clue what that is. Time of Death, This Tempting Madness, Stop That Train! The Furious, and if the one that's actually going to most likely dethrone Masters of the Universe, if it managed to get number one, because opening against Scary Movie, it's going to be a little bit of a hard one. But what might actually dethrone Masters of the Universe is what critics are hailing as Steven Spielberg's best movie in 20 years, Disclosure Day.
Yeah.
So that would
be better than that aliens.gov disclosure, right?
Yes. I'm looking forward to Disclosure Day, and I will, by the time we record again, I will have seen it, because I will definitely go see a late showing of Disclosure Day, and I'm excited for it. I'm a little confused because the trailers aren't moving it for me very well. They have me intrigued, but
they're very vague.
Yeah,
very vague.
I don't like vague trailers like that, so I'm curious to see where this is going to go. But
do you
I
think
like
Steven Spielberg has a fetish for aliens?
I think that Steven Spielberg believes in aliens, and I think that Steven Spielberg is using them for a metaphor for the times that we live in.
Probably. Good point.
Well said.
Epstein files, right?
Yes, it's all about the Epstein. If it's all about the Epstein files, I will shit myself and say it's the best movie ever. If somehow he rolled the Epstein files into this, I will walk out and be like, I need new pants. And I will be like tweeting.
The greatest political assassination in history.
Yes. It would be amazing. It's not what it's going to be about, but it would be amazing. If you wanted to know a little bit more about Epstein, Eric, can you tell us where could you
Oh my goodness.
research Jeffrey Epstein and his crimes?
Well, I hear there's an island that had pretty good records on it. If only
Didn't Don Jr. get married there? Oh no, that's wrong one.
Yeah. No, all right. Epstein aside, for so many reasons. This week, as I've noted, we've been going to the libraries closest to our hero of the day, our Batman of the movie. However,
Will Arnett. No.
This week's Batman is Will Arnett, who comes from Canada. So, as we have yet to venture into the international waters for our libraries, I looked at the other hero of this movie, the other Lego to really help bring together Gotham, and that, of course, is Joker. Played by Zach Galifiankis, which takes us to the Wilkes County Public Library in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Zip code there, for those keeping me honest, 28659. So the Wilkes County Public Library was formally chartered by the state on September 4th, 1947. Branches were opened in Trap Hill, which is the only branch still open from that time, Rhonda, Millers Creek, and Moravian Falls. In 1959, the downtown branch was moved from Town Hall to the Brame Building at the corner of 9th and A Streets. In 1962, Under the direction of Homer F. Brown, the Wilkes Library merged with the libraries in Ashe and Watauga counties to form the Appalachian Regional Library System, which Wilkes is now part of. The first headquarters of the system was in Wilkes, and the library itself moved from the Brain Building to C Street in 1966 into the old North Wilkesboro Post Office building. Um, Now that building, by the way, just getting ahead, is now the Wilkes Art Gallery. So it is no longer the library. But it would be the library from 1966 for the next 33 years. The Wilkes County Public Library of today, however, was built in 1999 and with major contributions from the Herring Foundation. Wilkes County is a county located in the U.S. state of North Carolina. It is part of the state's western mountain region. The population is roughly 66,000 as of the 2020 census. It is the county seat, that's for you, Casey, of Wilkesboro. And its largest community is North Wilkesboro. Wilkes County was once known as the moonshine capital of the world, and was a leading producer of illegal homemade liquor. From the 1920s to the 1950s, some young Wilkes County males made their living by delivering moonshine to North Carolina's larger towns and cities. Wilkes County natives also used bootleg liquor as a means for barter far beyond the borders of North Carolina. Many distillers ran white liquor as far as Detroit, New Jersey, and South Florida. Since this is often involving outrunning local police and federal agents in auto chases, the county also became one of the birthplaces of the sport of stock car racing. So the North Wilkesboro Speedway was the first NASCAR, National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing, is what that stands for, track. It held its first race in May of 1947 and the first NASCAR sanctioned race in October of 1949. Now, that's all North Wilkesboro for you. Let's talk a little bit about Zachary Knight Galifiankis, who was born October 1st, 1969, of course, in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, to Community Arts Center director Mary Francis, and heating oil vendor Harry Galifiankis. His mother is of Scots-Irish descent, while his paternal grandparents were both Greek immigrants from Crete. He has a younger sister, Merritt, and an older brother, Greg. Their cousin is Washington Post cartoonist Nick Galifiankis, while their late uncle, also named Nick Galifiankis, was a Durham attorney and politician who served in the U.S. House of Reps from 1967 to 1973. So 3 terms. Zach attended the Wilkes Central High School, Wilkes Community College, and subsequently attended the North Carolina State University, where he majored in communications. While in college, Galifiankis worked at a public access station. He taught a waltz class in 1991, and he actually crossed paths with Mary J. Blige while there, interestingly. His television debut came in Boston Common, and after that, Galifiankis joined Saturday Night Live for 2 weeks. He has stated, "I worked on Saturday Night Live for 2 weeks, and Britney Spears was the host 1 week, and when I was doing it, he wrote a sketch. Will Ferrell was going to play a bodyguard to her belly button, and we were going to shrink Will down to fit in her belly button. When I told that to Britney, she just stared at me, and after I explained it to her, and then she finally goes, 'Yeah, that's funny.'" Like I said, he worked there for 2 weeks. However, Zach Galifiankis, of course, has gone on to become famous in his own right, with some of his more notable works, obviously being in things like the Hangover series, as well as his ode to the public access station that he may have worked at in North Carolina, Between Two Ferns. Now, back to Wilkes County Public Library. The hours there, it is closed on Sundays, so no Sundays for you folks at this library. But the hours otherwise are Monday through Thursday. That's 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Thursday. And Friday to Saturday, you can get there 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So almost as long, but just a little shorter. But again, like I said, closed Sundays, so don't plan on that. But of course, I'm talking about the Wilkes County Public Library in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. And John, I hope you can make it there. It's probably closer to you than me, but somewhat halfway almost. And that's the best I got for you today, Casey. That's the Wilkes County Public Library, North Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
Why, thank you, Eric. Thank you so much for all of that. All right, let's talk about Lego Batman, a movie that came out on February 10th, 2017. Runs 1 hour and 44 minutes. That is an hour shorter than The Dark Knight Rises. This movie had a much smaller budget of only $80 million, and it grossed $176 million in the US, and it grossed $312 million globally. So not the biggest box office thing that we got there. Now, the Golden Abacus. Right now we are standing at Eric with 19 points and Dr. John at 22. Eric, this is your chance to shine. This is your chance to shine.
Oh, no.
Are you ready?
I'll do my best.
All of these are going to be themed questions this week, as they always are. What year was the first Lego?
Ooh. Are we talking plastic or wood?
Plastic. What was the first plastic piece?
I'm at 1960s.
All right. Dr. John says 1960s.
I'm just going to pick a decade. I don't know.
If I can just get away with decades, I'll say the 30s.
Nope, you're not going to get away with decades. So actually, Dr. John, by saying 60s, is just picking 60.
1965.
65 for him.
There you go.
I will say it's old. I feel like it's really old. I'll say 1930.
1930. Well, both of you lose. 1949. 49.
Oh.
Next up, excuse me. What year was the first Lego Batman set? Also, how many came out in that first wave? That's a bonus.
How many different set? Like,
yeah. They usually do them in a wave of like a couple of sets at a time. So when was the first set? What year?
1998, and it was 3.
All right. Eric, you want to take a shot?
I'm going to say 1990, and I'll stick with 3.
All right. Neither of you got it. It is 2006.
Wow.
Oof.
Okay.
And it's
I was closer.
And it's 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Now, last one. Can you tell me, and there's some bonus abilities in here, how many different Lego Batman video games are there?
Ooh.
And can you get 1 point for each one that you can name?
Lego. Are we talking about appears in games or just Lego Batman games?
Lego Batman, like Lego Batman.
Okay.
Well, I know there's
not Lego Dimensions. Lego Dimensions is not a Lego Batman game.
Okay.
I'm
gonna say 4 games.
You're gonna say 4 games. All right.
Let's say one of them is called Lego Batman. I don't know. Maybe Lego Batman 2, 3. I don't know what they're naming them.
I know. That's why this is a bonus. If you happen to get it, then you did. I'm going to
say that I'm going to stick with my 4. I'm going to say there's a Lego Batman 1, a Lego Batman 2, and a Lego Batman 3.
That would be 3.
Maybe a Lego Batman 4.
I
don't know.
Nice.
Right.
I like how you didn't skip one and go straight to 5. I will say 4 as well.
Copycat.
Yeah, I know. I also agree. Lego Batman.
All right.
I know the newest one is not Lego Batman 4. So I will say Lego Batman 1, Lego Batman 2, Lego Batman 3. And then I know the newest one is Lego Batman, the Legacy of Arkham or something like that. Legacy of Arkham Asylum or Legacy of the Dark Knight even. I don't know.
So
Dark Knight feels like it shouldn't be the case because that's just straight up Nolan feeling at this point. But
was that what you're going with?
No, I'll say Dark Knight because that feels spanning, but I know it's an homage to the Arkham games in a lot of ways.
All right. Well, you're both now locked in. One of you is getting a single. Well, technically, you're both getting. One of you is getting 1 point. One of you is getting 2 points. It is technically 5 games. It's 4 and a spinoff. Is how it breaks down. The games are Lego Batman, so you both get that one.
Okay.
Lego Batman 2, DC Superheroes is the name. Lego Batman 3, Beyond Gotham. Lego DC Supervillains, which is the one that is the spinoff of it, but it's still mostly Batman. And it's listed as a sequel in this franchise. And then Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Okay, I'll take it. So I get 2.
You got 2. Congratulations on 2 points.
Whee! You know what? That's 1 more than John, which means I'm catching up to him, baby.
That's right. So John is now at 23, and you are now at 21.
Hey,
you have 1 shot.
I could do it, folks.
You actually could do it. I would be very curious to see.
It requires perfection on my end and absolute shitting the bed on John's.
And it requires you to actually research shit around the same time period or the movie that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So this movie was directed by Chris McKay, written by Seth Grahame-Smith, Chris McKenna, Eric Summers, Jared Stern, and John Whittington. Composer is Lauren Bacall. And the cast, you might as well sit back for a few minutes.
This is a stack cast.
Will Arnett as Batman, Michael Cera as Robin, Rosario Dawson as Batgirl, Ray Fiennes as Alfred, Zach Galifiankis as Joker, Jenny Slate as Harley Quinn, Jason Mantzoukas as Scarecrow, Conan O'Brien as Riddler, Doug Benson as Bane, Billy D. Williams as Two-Face, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, Kate Micucci? How do you pronounce Micucci as Clayface, Eddie Izzard as Voldemort, Seth Green as King Kong, Jermaine Clement as Sauron, Channing Tatum as Superman, Jonah Hill as Green Lantern, Mariah Carey as Mayor McCaskill, Ralph Garman as reporter number 2, Chris Hardwick as reporter number 3. And he was never seen from again.
Ricky Lindholm is Poison Ivy.
Who?
Ricky Lindholm.
I don't know who that person was. That's why I didn't include them.
That's her and Kate are members of Garfunkel and Oates.
Oh, is he the other one? Okay, I just didn't know her name.
Yes, that's them.
All right. The one that gets me is Jenny Slate as Harley Quinn because
she does a great job.
I know.
Good Harley.
But I'm so used to Jenny Slate as Marcel the Shell when she's on. Oh. And so
I'm so used to her as John Ralphio's twin sister in Parks and Rec.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
suspicious. I love that that's where that came from. I love that made its way into pop culture in a way. You know?
My favorite pop culture thing from this movie is, and random British robots, just go ask your dad. Or no, what was it? Go ask your nerd or something like that.
Go ask your nerd friend or something like that?
Yeah, ask your nerd friend. All right, talk about the movie. Well, I call.
I loved it. I mean, I will say I think this is on the list because I advocated for it, saying that this is technically a Batman movie, and I'm not wrong. And it was a theatrical release of a Batman movie.
That's why I allowed it.
I think it's fun. I think it's hilarious. I think it's a great.
I didn't say give your final review, movie. Eric.
I do like that Billy D. Williams got to go back as Two-Face.
Everyone knows you go full circle with your reviews. You know, you got to start up top and go into it and then come
I would love it. You start off with this glowing thing and then you're like, 1.
I did like that Billy D. Williams was back as Harvey Dent as he should have been. I thought that I loved how much like this had just like a ton of different jokes and Easter eggs, you know, tied into the Batman movie franchises in general.
Well, isn't it? Is it remind me? It's in the trailer. There's that long sequence of him coming home. And I think it's in the movie too. If I watched it before I watched Dark Knight Rises because I did it with my kids. And there's that long sequence of him like getting to his dinner. Mm-hmm. And I remember that was in the trailer, and that really sold me on just how stupid it was. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be funny."
I think Will Arnett is the best casting too to voice a Batman.
He was really
silly and ridiculous.
Okay, have you guys seen the Jimmy Kimmel bit about this?
No.
Okay, there's a Jimmy Kimmel bit. He's literally playing on the scene in Dark Knight, Batman versus v Superman, where Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent meet, and then Lex Luthor comes up to them, and instead Jimmy Kimmel's there, and he's like takes off Clark's glasses and goes, "Oh, you're Superman," and he's like, "Oh, are you Batman?" And then he tells Lex Luthor, he's like, "Oh, I didn't notice it." And then as they walk away, Will Arnett steps in and goes, "Yes, I'm Batman." Good. It's a good bit.
Yes. I
All
love
right.
me some Will Arnett. Never turned down Will
Particularly the
Arnett.
fact that it's clearly making fun of, the characters, but it's also kind of making fun of the Snyderverse, which I appreciate too.
I did not watch this one with the wee one, but he watched it the weekend prior on his own. And
That was part of my advocacy, was that you guys could watch it with kids, that this was a more family
well,
appropriate.
I
And
didn't.
My kids liked
our
it.
listeners too.
My kids thought it was funny, but my kids are very Marvel pilled, and it's
Mm.
probably my fault. So
It's your fault.
they don't actually care for DC as much, but they did enjoy this. So
Uh-oh.
So mine, he'd
they
wanted to
like
watch
Legos.
it
They
because
like Legos.
he wanted to watch the Lego stuff, so he was watching it with his cousin. He really loved the robots from my T-shirt, and that show that I watch. He liked the Wicked Witch was in it, and he liked that King Kong and the Gremlins were in it. Those are things that he enjoys, and Voldemort, which I
I think
do.
that Voldemort was a big character, or
I
Sauron.
wish
It's
that.
funny that they didn't get Ray Fiennes to do that.
Well, I was gonna say it was. I wish that you would have had Alfred meet Voldemort so they could
That
have
would be
like a
funny.
little bit of dialogue together.
The only time we see a character reprise their role here is actually Zoe Kravitz. Meow meow, I'm Catwoman. Meow meow.
Yes.
Technically,
This is before.
technically she didn't reprise her
technically
role.
before.
This is not reprisal. This is
know.
audition.
I know. But she will be. She is the only person who has been in a Batman movie and played the character in the Lego version as well.
Good point. That I'm aware of. Yeah, I'm looking at that right now, trying
Not
to
true.
find out.
I
That's
also
true.
like that they
true.
cast a New
I was about to
Zealander,
say,
Jermaine Clement,
Technically,
as New
Tom.
Zealand.
Technically, Two-Face. He's actually reprising his role. He's just getting
Billy
to
D.
play
Williams?
yes, he's getting to play the
No,
Two-Face version and not just Harvey Dent.
that he never played.
But he was still Harvey Dent, which was still technically the same character.
Okay,
That's why I said he at least got to reprise, but he's the only one who, outside of Zoe, but Zoe did this first. Technicalities.
You're
I like that. I like that Jaws is a character in this that also that talks.
I like when Godzilla blows up Sauron. It's like, ooh, 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 ooh. Excuse me.
He's got his eye on you. What? He's got his eye on. No, literally, he's got a giant eye.
I like the premise of this movie in general, which is that like the Joker is hurt. I mean, who better else to play the Joker than Zach Galifianakis in this way? I think he does a great job. He making it his own without it being just another repeat of Mark Hamill. Who
that's hard.
Is the most famous, I'd say, voice wise at least. But he does a great job of making it his own. Great job of hyping the silliness of it while still making it work. Right, he still makes that you still kind of feel bad almost for the Joker, that he wants to like just have friends.
Yeah, that's
he
what
wants to be the arch enemy.
He brings humanity to the Joker, which is a weird thing to have to say.
Weird to say.
I do like Joker's plan. I think Joker's plan is fantastic. Where he's like, I just want to get into the Phantom Zone so I can release all the nut jobs.
What do you guys think of?
Honestly, that's probably a better idea for all the villains anyway. Just send them all to the Phantom Zone. I thought that was really good. We should do that for real.
Yeah.
No Arkham. Phantom Zone.
What do you think of Michael Cera as a Robin? For the way that they played Robin, it works.
Yes.
Michael Cera's the best choice for this Robin.
In this movie, yes, I think he's the best choice for this Robin.
Yeah, because he knows how to play annoying real well.
I mean, you do feel bad for him when you get like the flashbacks and it's like, like he misunderstood Batman because Batman was so self-involved with wanting to hook up with Batgirl.
Batwoman, Batlady.
No, it's Michael Cera. You don't feel bad at all, actually, just so you know.
No,
unless you're Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman probably feels sad for him.
This was his early Alan, audition.
This was his early Alan audition.
I'm looking at some things here, some statistics, and I want to know why this movie got a release date in Dublin before it got a release date in America.
It happens sometimes. It could have been a film festival.
I understand Denmark. I understand why Denmark got it before us because that's the home of Lego.
Yeah.
So,
or is there a cast member who's from Dublin? Because it could have been they just needed to do a premiere where a cast member was. That's always possible too.
Maybe
because sometimes they'll count a premiere location as an early screening.
Can't think of who would be though.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to look too, but I don't see anyone who would be.
Not Ray Fiennes, not Will Arnett, not Zach.
Yeah, I have no idea. I got nothing, John.
Not Rosario. Yeah.
I like the scene where where Batman goes to Superman's Fortress of Solitude and he's having the party and is like, "Oh, we forgot to invite you." Yeah, we forgot to invite you. Like my emails never make it to me either. Good point, Green Lantern. I like his Superman. I think his Superman's actually pretty good.
Agreed. That was Gambit,
Channing
right?
Tatum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic Mike himself.
Magic
Mikeing it on that dance floor.
Magic Mike. Miking it up.
Did I have? Up. They did 2 waves of Lego minifigs, blind bags, for this.
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I mean,
that's fun.
I got both of them, and I have a couple of little sets. I got the Joker mobile with Harley, car, and I got the Bat Cave and the Bat Cave expansion. The Bat Cave was the space shuttle, a computer with in a suit, and then
I think I have some of these too, actually.
Yeah, a boat, and then I forgot what the expansion is, but there was a little expansion. It just takes up a lot of space when you put them out. That's the only problem. But they're really cool builds. I really like building the shuttle.
I think the only ones I have little minifigs on displays. I have the What If series and the Loki series. Like Loki was in the What If, right?
Yeah,
I think he was.
Yeah,
him and the Wanda Vision.
Well, it was. Yeah, it was the MCU Disney Plus.
Yeah, because I've got the Falcon, I've got Winter Soldier, I've got T'Challa, Star-Lord, Spider-Man with Doctor Strange's cape, Captain Carter, Thanos, Gamora, Zombie, Captain America, all those. Yeah.
Yeah, they're right here. So I have the 2 Marvel sets. I've got the 2 or 3 Disney sets. I've got the Looney Tunes set. That one was a pain in the ass to get. I've got the 2 Lego Batman movie sets. There was a DC set that I got, and then I have part of the Lego movie set. And the parts that I got Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer because he was a figure, and the Wizard of Oz. They did Dorothy and the friends.
You know, the one that I'm pissed off that I never got a chance to get was the Disney Robin Hood, and Maid Marian. Those are the ones I really and now I'm pissed off at them for the way they box them. So
yeah, but I can at least there's an app you can do to scan.
Yeah, I know. I used it. That's how I got most of the Spider-Verse ones.
I have the Spider-Verse one too. No,
those are cool.
I did like at least with the boxes. If you buy 2 boxes, or you're pretty close. You should get
you're pretty close. Yeah.
The set.
Wait, how does the scan thing work? What are you talking about?
There's a barcode
scanner.
Yeah, and if you can scan it, it'll tell you. People have figured it out and can tell you what it is. The old ways, you would just feel the bag and find the part.
Yeah, you just feel, and like the Lego store people would do it for you.
Yeah,
they would like they would help you out, which I thought was really cool. They've taken that away.
I have to imagine they'll find a way to get around the barcode because that defeats the purpose, right?
I don't think it defeats the purpose because people still will just buy them anyway. They'll go for set. They also do you could buy 6 in a box, and then that one defeats the barcode if you just buy a box of 6, and then
you get all of them.
Generally, there's only 2 boxes. Every now and then there's some variations on it, but generally it's 6 in one, 6 in the other box. So you can just buy 2 sets, and most likely you'll get the full set. That's what I did with D&D, except for I caught a variant, and there was one figure I had to go and find on a secondary market to complete the D&D set. Now I need the D&D big Lego set because they're retiring it this summer. And the D&D Lego set is $350.
Isn't it fitting that we're talking about Lego Batman movie, but now we're just talking about Legos? It makes sense.
I mean, that's the goal of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Sell more toys.
I mean, I like the little minifigs. I like the way they do them. I do like this movie, but
I do have my Stargirl and my Mr. Miracle and some of the other ones up higher. So
I gave all my duplicates to the 5-year-old, and he loves them and plays with them. Yeah. He got a full set of Spider-Verse. He got a full set of those.
Nice.
And he loves those a lot. He lost one of his minifigs recently, though. He put them in his bed, and now he doesn't know where it is. And I keep telling him, stop taking them apart at 10 o'clock at night in the dark in your bed.
That'll help.
Don't worry.
Definitely.
Eric, what Lego do you still own? Do you own any?
So I can't think of any I own as. I definitely think I have like a Harley Quinn Lego somewhere around here. But I also know that I found a Lego man with a construction hard hat type scenario on my way to pick up my sister the first time she came to visit me in Boston, and that
Oh,
is still hanging out in my car somewhere. It's made it 2 cars now, so I
nice.
just keep it. That's the one thing I have that I can definitely say is Lego and that I still have.
What I have in my office, in my actual office, I
Mhm.
have behind me, I have the Lego Nintendo, which came with the TV. And you can turn the crank and Mario moves on it. It's really cool.
Yes.
I
Okay.
have a Batman 66 Batmobile. I have the Infinity Gauntlet. I have Thor in his apartment from Endgame. Fat Thor. My Parisian
Oh, I have
market,
that too. Yeah, that's the fun one.
yeah, the Parisian market, an X-Wing, a movie theater, Doctor Who, Lego Game Boy, like 2 Lego Ghostbusters cars, one classic and one the girls one. The James Bond Aston Martin, which I love. A Millennium Falcon, a Brooklyn Bridge with Ghost Rider's motorcycle on it, and Lego. I have a Batman 66 cowl, Carnage's face, and the Emperor's of Throne Room from Star Wars.
I got you the Carnage one.
You did. I love that Carnage one. It's sitting right behind
Yeah.
me. It's right over there. I have a whole bunch of other Legos I haven't put out. Every now and then I'll build one, and then it'll be up for a bit, and then I'll take it down. And I can rebuild it later.
I've got like a whole shelving thing in the office above me that's got most of mine.
Yeah. I have the Lego Disney Castle in the hallway and a Snake Mountain, and then I need to build my Simpsons house and my Quickie Mart, and I need to get before it goes away the Krusty Burger. But they haven't
Deal.
announced the
That's a
retirement on
biggie.
that yet. But the
The only one
D&D,
I'm looking for right now is the Soundwave. I want
I
Soundwave.
really want Soundwave. I don't have any of them, but I want Soundwave.
I have everybody but Soundwave right now. I've got Bumblebee and I've got Optimus Prime, and I want Soundwave.
You know, they did some brickheads now that also transform. So you can get an Optimus, a
Really?
Bumblebee, and I feel there's a
Oh,
third
I
one.
did see those. I did see those. I didn't know they transformed. I
I
thought they
didn't
were
either
just like
until I passed
separate.
through the store the other day because I was going through looking to
Oh.
see if they had the D&D one that I may or may not would have bought on that said day. They did not. I did not buy the D&D one. But I want to get that, and I want to get the Zelda Deku Tree before that retires. Those are the two
Oh,
that they
yeah.
just announced they're retiring this summer.
Got it. All right.
All right. What are some thoughts that you want
Back
me
to
to
Lego
go?
Batman?
Yeah, Lego Batman. It's a really simple plot. It really is just
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is, yeah.
Joker wants
It
to
should have been
release
though. Like we
everyone.
don't need a Nolan level, deep dive from
Yes.
Legos.
I will say this is a general complaint with all the Lego movies. There's four, right? It's Lego Movie
Well, there's
2,
Lego Batman, Lego
Ninjago,
Ninjago. Yeah.
and Batman. I think are the four officials. There's other Lego movies.
Mm.
There's like some Lego DC shit that's out there and Lego Scooby Doo, but I think these are the four officials.
Those are the
Um,
4 that have been theatrical, right? Because I
yes,
think Ninjago was theatrical. Yeah.
yes. My general complaint with all of them is they are all slightly too long. They all need a
Yeah.
little bit of tightening up. Although Lego Movie's better with its pacing, Lego Movie 2 is bad with its pacing. Ninjago is awful with its pacing, and this one just needs some tightening up. So I don't think it should have been
And this was
144.
after, this was after or before Lego Movie?
This is after
After.
Lego
First.
Movie because he
I
gets
think 2 years,
introduced.
Yes,
He
year and a
gets
half, 2 years.
introduced in Lego Movie.
Yeah.
that's right.
Um,
And see, that's the funny thing about is figuring out some of the Lego movies. Almost all the Lego movies that I've seen are either a hit or a miss. There's
yeah,
like no real middle ground because they're either right on with their pacing and they do a great job, or they just like are slow and clunky. Like the
yeah,
ones I've seen, like I understand why Lego Movie 2 flopped.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Ninjago
ugh.
has some good moments. I love the Lloyd. What are you doing, Lloyd? It's just Lloyd. The second L is silent, but I named you Lloyd. Um, there's
I have
bits
not
that are
seen it.
funny, but it misses the mark. Um, so I would say that's my biggest critique on this is I wish it was just a little bit shorter, cut down 5-10 minutes maybe, and it might tighten it just enough to where it, like I feel would have a little bit of a better flow.
Yeah.
There's just little bits that get there. But what I do
Mhm.
like about this is the Lego Dimensions game, which they only did one. It was for all the systems at the time, so it was PS3 at the maybe PS4 at the time. I thought
Would
it
have
was
been
PS3, but it
4.
might be 4. You basically got a little stand. It was the end of the Toys to Life. You got a little thing, and you'd build a portal. Looks like a Stargate. Looks really cool. I have it sitting over there. You would take your figure and you would pop it on. Whatever figure you popped on, and it'll be a real Lego figure you can take off and play with. It's just the little base that is the video game piece. You pop it on, and you are playing as that character in the game. So you can pop on and play as Supergirl or the Daleks or the Doctor. And the Doctor one's cool because when you come in and out of the TARDIS, it changes every time. So you can rotate through all the different TARDISes up to the point that this came out. There was a Goonies level, Gremlins. There was Powerpuff Girls. A-Team got one. Mission Impossible got one. You could be Ethan Phelps from Mission Impossible and run around. And it was just really cool the way they did it.
I thought that was such a good concept that I don't understand why they didn't.
It was expensive. Although some of those pieces are really cool. I love the Sloth Goonies figure. I think he looks really cool. But
everybody's got their rights to things, so
that's
why Ready Player One was never going to be as good as the book, because you were never going to get the rights to all that stuff, and so they had to make lots of changes and modifications because they were never going to be able to get the rights to have that in the.
How is the book got away with it?
Because book's a different medium.
It's not the same. These are digital properties. You're not seeing them. You're just getting mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay. And you put them on screen, that's an entirely different ball game.
And they only got what they got because of Spielberg. Spielberg pulled a lot of strings to get a hold.
No, Mendelsohn apparently, Daggett, our friend Mendelsohn, apparently did offer, since he said, "Look, I'm critic." Yeah, he did offer to try and get something. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's pretty good. But no Lego Dimensions. It was just the Toys to Life was falling out. It's a lot of extra stuff to have for a video game.
Yeah,
you're looking at it was like $15 for a regular piece, or for one of the big ones. If it was just a set of like two, it was like $10. And then on the level expansion packs, which there were a couple of them, those were 30 a piece. And so it quickly ballooned if you weren't careful. And it was only around for like a year, but you probably, I don't know, the whole thing was probably $500-$600 to get all of it.
It's kind of a great idea, but just out of step with the time, I guess.
Yeah, and it's a great game to go back to. It still holds up very well. I'm getting to go back and play. Like I'm looking forward to introducing it to the 5-year-old. I just have to be careful because he's going to want to play with all the pieces. But he's going to love being the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and running around. He's going to like Sloth. He knows most of these IP. Like A-Team will mean nothing to him. Mission Impossible will mean nothing to him. But Powerpuff Girls, he knows. He knows Adventure Time. All those different things he'll like. Lego's such a great brand because it can mix and match things, just like this movie does. This movie mixes and matches different worlds because you've got, who did I say? We had the Daleks, we had Raptors, Jaws, King Kong, Sauron, Gremlins, Agent Smith, Voldemort, Dracula, Wicked Witch.
The Ubers, as they called them.
Yeah. So many cool little bits in this. Speaking of cool little bits.
I think one of the interesting things too about the Lego movies, and obviously this started with the original Lego movie, but the fact that they build on the way, right? So there's a lot of like building in the air, so to speak. Like, oh, pull this brick, and like, so it's self-aware almost in its own way, and which is kind of fun. I appreciate that.
Very true. Speaking of very true and self-aware and building along the way, Eric, can you give us your final thoughts and review of Lego Batman?
Oh, final thoughts. Yeah, it's a little bloated. It's a little tough. They're squeezing in a lot of fun, which is fine. I think they kind of earn it to some extent, so I'm okay with them doing it. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I think I gave it 4.5 stars.
You did 4.5 stars.
I recognize that it's not the best Batman movie, but it is. It might be better than the Lego movie. I don't know. I'd have to go back and double check. But I remember loving this when it came out.
Too, if it's better than the Lego movie.
I loved it when it came out. I love it still. I had just as much fun. It's a fun Batman movie. It's a family-friendly Batman movie. And I think I put it at 4th place.
You did put it at 4th place. 4.5 stars. It's just behind Batman 89. It is a fun family flick, and I do appreciate that.
It's hard to find fault with it, really.
It is.
If you're willing to accept the concept of the Lego, then it's a great movie.
Like I said, the only real fault I can think of to give it is just the runtime. It's just slightly long.
I would agree.
It needs just a little bit of tightening. But other than that, it's really good. Dr. John, what are your final thoughts and review of Lego Batman.
I gave it 4 stars, and I guess my review can be best summed up when Robin says to Batman, "My name is Dick Grayson, but all at the orphanage they call me Dick." And Batman says, "Well, children can be cruel." And I cannot understand how that won't stop being funny because all I can hear, even as I say it, I hear Will Arnett's voice in my head.
Uh-huh.
And so, yes, I gave it 4 stars, actually. You're right,
Yeah.
it's a little bloated, but it's a generally fun. You can watch it with the kids. I gave it third. It's third on my list.
And would you say for
It
you,
squeezes
John,
inside the trilogy of
for
the.
John, for you, would you say that Will Arnett is the definitive Batman voice, or is Kevin Conroy still
Honestly,
your
he
definitive
really is. I
Batman
mean,
voice?
other than, well, I don't want to take that away from Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy will always.
So he's not the definitive
He
voice.
is not, but he is now by
Not
sort of
then, but
default.
now, in the future, in the
Now
present. But
he is becoming the new definitive Batman voice.
so what you're saying is
I
we need
think in
him
a
to
way
do it again.
he's the next generation. He's the next generation of Batman voice.
All right.
He's Picard to Kevin Conroy's Kirk.
He is Picard to Tom Hardy's Picard.
I
Please
think
don't remind us
Conroy
of that.
is Conroy is better when you think of it as Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Uh-huh.
Arnett's better when you think of it as just Batman.
When Batman
Hmm.
is Bruce Wayne.
Right. Right.
Right.
When you think of it being led by Batman, it's Arnett's better because he has that gravelly thing. When you think of Conroy, there's a gravitas there that comes with the Wayne name, in my opinion.
All right.
And
Okay.
he has a lot more gravitas behind the way he says things too. Like I would Will Arnett just is kind of a douche, whereas
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy is a playboy billionaire. You know.
Well, actually, Will Arnett is the modern. I'm Batman, but I'm also a social media influencer and a
Yeah.
Yes,
TikTok
he is.
Yeah.
star.
Exactly.
Yes, he is.
Douche.
Can I have this drink?
I sometimes feel bad because Will Arnett plays a douchebag so well.
He does. His best role,
He
though, is
really
playing Will
does.
Arnett on Lego Masters.
No, his
Mhm.
best role is playing Gob on Arrested Development.
Job.
Don't know that.
Joe.
I have no idea what that is.
Well, of course. You don't.
I give this movie 4 stars, like Dr. John. And yeah, it's just a little bit bloated. That's my biggest complaint about it. Other than that, it's a solid movie. It's a solid
Honestly,
movie.
the premise of stealing the projector for the thing is brilliant.
I know. It's a really good comic book
That
story.
should be a real storyline.
Yeah.
It's a
Also,
great Batman and Joker movie,
yeah.
right?
And I love how they
Oh,
point
yeah.
out, like, you keep catching these guys, but they just keep coming back. Like, can we just do
Mhm.
something about this? Maybe you're the problem, Batman. This is number 4 for me. So right now it is Dark Knight, Batman 89, Batman Begins, Lego Batman, and then Batman Forever. Is where I sit. So
And so the Dark Knight Rises isn't even in your top 5 anymore.
no, it's pushed to 6
Wow.
because of this one. Where will Dark Knight Rises sit next week after we talk The Batman, starring a Twilight vampire himself, Robert Pattinson as the Batman, with Zoe Kravitz reprising her Lego role as Catwoman, and
Meow meow.
the definitive,
Pew, 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 pew.
Penguin, the definitive Penguin.
Okay, I have
I
a
might
theory.
agree.
I saw
might
this
agree
theory
with
that Robert Pattinson is trying his hardest to get away from the Twilight thing forever.
Yeah,
Oh
That's why
yeah.
he keeps taking these really gritty movie roles. He is like desperately trying to be anything other than
I think he's kind
Edward.
of
Was it
succeeded
Edward?
too, honestly, at this point.
He kind of
Like,
has actually.
Dr. John,
Probably
is
not.
this,
Probably
that's a
not being
past
with
era.
Kristen Stewart helps too.
yes, Dr. John, is this your first time watching The Batman?
It'll be my first time watching Batman.
Okay,
The
The
Robert
Batman.
Pattinson one.
The
Yes.
Batman.
The Batman. Okay.
I
The
would.
Batman.
Since you got a little bit of time, if you can manage to do it, if you have access to HBO, um, although I think I have it in iTunes, I would recommend trying the Penguin show.
Okay.
It's actually really good continuation piece of the
and
world.
it does play into the story for part 2, I assume, right?
That's
Well,
my
it will.
understanding. That's my understanding is
Hmm.
that it will
Okay.
tie into part 2
Because it takes place after the Batman, or is it before?
after, because
After.
the consequences of the Batman are the driving motivation of what Penguin's doing. If you remember, Eric.
I don't. I
Um,
haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen the show.
Oh, you haven't seen the show?
No.
Oh, then we'll have to talk about what it is. The show's really good. It's Sopranos, but Penguin and Sophia Falcone and she is
Penguins gotta go.
she is a fantastic Sophia
go.
Falcone. I can't imagine anyone else playing Sophia Falcone after watching her. I want her to have her own spinoff.
Who's that? Kristen Melody?
Yeah, right? Kristen Melody. She did so good. Let us know your thoughts on the Penguin and the Batman and Lego Batman, or what Lego sets that you own by writing us at notfunnyguys.offthereels@gmail.com. That's notfunnyguys.offthereels@gmail.com. Find us over on the TikTok at nfg.offthereels, on Insta as not_funny_guys_presents, on Twitter as notfunnyguyspod, on Blusky as the Not Funny Guys, and on YouTube as the Not Funny Guys, where Dr. John is still going through all of news radio. And we are putting up on this episode. Hopefully you're watching it over on YouTube. If not, you can go check it out if you want to see what we look like. We have one more that we are doing over there after this episode. We're going to do the Batman. You let us know if you want us to continue doing the video episodes. If you do, we'll do it. If not, well, that makes our life slightly easier. Find me over on the Twitter as Vash_Maxwell, on Letterboxd as VashMaxwell. Find Eric over on Letterboxd as Ekly, EKLY. Check out his ever-growing movie list. He has watched a couple of interesting horror movies since the last you checked it out. And so I hope you enjoy looking at that. Dr. John, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me over on Instagram at esoteric_by_design. You can find me over on Letterboxd at esoteric_evans. You can find me over on Substack at esotericbydesign.substack.com. And you can join me and our not funny gal, Dr. Kristen, over on our podcast, Not Funny Guys Presents Thinking About Thinking, where we get into all kinds of weird stuff that we are, shall we say, thinking about.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. John. You can also find Eric and I over on Wrestling with the Horror of It All. Last week, we talked about our reactions to Saturday night's main events, gave our predictions for Clash in Italy, and we talked about the first Omen. This week, we are going to give our reactions to Clash in Italy. Hopefully, no more PLEs are going to get announced for a tiny little bit. And we have just talked about The Substance, a movie that Eric and I have been looking forward to getting to at a morbid curiosity, I think, than anything else. So check out our take on Demi Moore entering the horror genre. All right. Thank you both so much. It's been a pleasure as always, and I'm hopefully going to get over this cold or whatever the fuck I got, because it's annoying. And until next time, please remember to keep it not funny.